G'day everyone, Duckville here. We're going to have a user-submitted replay here, or a fan-submitted replay. I don't know if you want to call yourself a fan, go ahead. But this is going to be a Zerg versus Zerg on Shakura's Plateau from the NA server, I believe. Up in the top left-hand corner, we have MGDocHoliday up here. He's going to be starting out up in the top corner here, and he's going to have to figure his way out and find out how he's going to play against Combust down here, who is the gentleman who has submitted this replay. Thank you very much for that. Of course, if you want to submit your own replays, please do so. It's obviously at the moment I'm actually having a little bit of trouble with YouTube with getting with VODs, that are actually longer than 15 minutes. So even if you do have like a longer game, please send it through and I will still do it. And once I've sorted out these issues with YouTube, I'll get to it pretty quickly and get it uploaded. So please do that and send it through to duckvillelol@gmail.com. If you want to know exactly what I'm talking about with the YouTube issues, make sure you go to duckvillelol.com and check out the blog post I made, or check out my recent vlog post. But before we get on to all that ranting, we've actually got a spawning pool already up here for MGDocHoliday, so it looks as if he's going to go for a pretty quick pull there. I believe that was a 7. And so we're going to see him just head straight across the map. It looks as if this Overlord is going to scout out the wrong position, so he's not going to be able to pick that up straight away, but what he is going to do is send a drone straight across to the opposite corner. Of course, you cannot spawn at vertical positions here on Shakura's Plateau, so your opponent's either going to be all the way over here, or he's going to be over in this position here. And of course, we can see here from Combust that he is actually getting that spawning pool up way later than DocHoliday is, so we're going to have to see some mighty drone micro here from Combust if he is going to survive against this. It looks as if he is going to see that this rush is coming. Here come the drones. The Lings are going along as well. Interestingly, not actually picking off that drone. We'll see what happens with that in a minute. But Combust, meanwhile, is actually getting out just still more drones. He's not afraid at the moment. And more Lings are coming on the way here as well from DocHoliday. So he's just committing all in for this rush. And we'll see what happens here. Spawning pool is still a little bit a ways from actually popping here. This is going to be a very, very tough thing to deal with here for Combust, so we'll see what happens. Lings and drones go marching in, hurrah, hurrah, and here they come. They're about to bust through, probably waiting for this little resupply of units that is streaming across as well. But no, here he goes. Gonna need to see some micro here. We've got, there are the vision bars. I don't know if you actually need the health bars, but there we go. Combust trying to bust through with some mineral walking, trying to get his drones inside and trying to take out as many of the opposing drones as he can. There's 2 spine crawlers that went up have now been defeated. A few Lings have now popped out for Combust, so he is going to be able to hold this off partially, but it's a bit too late because all the drones are dead and the only leftover units are here from DocHoliday. But let's just have a look at what Combust is up to. In fact, he's got his own spine crawler up inside the main base of DocHoliday. Doc has only just seen this now. He's actually sending all of his units back. We've got 6 Lings still there. We've got 4 drones, one of them actually peeling back to actually stay inside Combust's main, of course. There is actually no mining going on for each of these players, so whatever is left here is the only thing that is going to be available to them, and it looks as if Combust is going to move in behind the mineral line here to make sure that he does have very low surface area for the Lings and the drones to get onto here. If he can prevent this spine crawler from dying, this could be the end of the game, and it looks as if the Lings are going to get inside. I don't think they're going to be able to pick off this spine crawler before it takes care of all of them. Taking care, poking 1, 2, 3, and it looks as if we've only got 3 Lings left. And DocHoliday now long distance mining from the natural expansion there, of course. He cannot actually get into the main here. We're going to have to see this spine crawler poke away at that spawning pool as much as it can. Looks as if DocHoliday is going to need to get something up pretty quickly here because he is going to start getting poked into his natural hatchery there. He's actually getting a few minerals at a time here, of course. We've only got 3 drones mining, but it is long distance, and he's bringing back a 4th as well. We're going to have to see some very creative play here from both of these players. Combust, of course, in a much better position. It looks as if he is going to poke away at that spawning pool, and that is going to go down. But here is the mining here from these drones, still chipping away at those minerals, bringing it all back. And here we can see that the spine crawler, very cleverly utilized here by Combust, actually moving the spine crawler into position so it can actually take care of this hatchery next. Now, what you don't want to do is have this spawning pool explode, and then of course those broodlings come out, and broodlings do about 50 billion damage a second, so you got to be careful about that. So what Combust is going to do is actually bust open probably this hatchery first, and then go for the spawning pool at a very quick time. So he's going to have to time it quite nicely, of course. You want to get these two buildings very low on their health, and then you can poke both at the same time and then win, because it is highly likely that the broodlings that pop out will actually take care of this spine crawler, given that the spine crawler is actually only at 99 health. It is slowly regenerating, of course, but let's just see what DocHoliday has got up his sleeve. He's gotten up to 95 minerals here, so we'll see what happens. It looks as if the spine crawler's moved around just a little bit, now poking away at that hatchery. He is going to be able to take that down pretty quickly here. He's now denied the long distance mining, as you can see here. Combust doing a great job actually positioning himself here. Is going to poke away at those drones, gets one. There are only 3 drones left. We'll have to see what Doc has got up his drone sleeve here. Looks as if he's going to head back towards the main of Combust. What has he got in mind? I'm not exactly sure, but this is going to go down to the wire. This spine crawler will need to move again to get into position to poke this this spawning pool, I think, but I'm not actually sure if that is in full range. Actually, yeah, it is actually, my bad. But secondary drones are now also getting poked at. They do survive for the time being, but it looks as if Combust is actually going to have to deal with something inside his main. I think that the drones are going to come in here, and perhaps we will see a counter spine crawler going down here in the main of Combust, and here it is. Yep, just picked up enough minerals to get that the spine crawler down, and he is going to get that built. So it is going to be a race to the finish, and I would suspect that DocHoliday is going to win, because he is going to be able to use these drones to build another. No, he actually doesn't have enough minerals just yet, but we'll see what he's going to do. Looks as if the spine crawler is going to be able to poke away at the buildings of Combust as well. Obviously, you want to go for the extractor first. The extractor does not produce broodlings when it dies. Speaking of broodlings, looks as if Combust actually did take the full brunt of those broodlings that came out of the hatch and the spawning pool, and now he is actually stuck. He is never going to make it home. It looks as if the drones are going to have their fill, coming back for some revenge. They've regained their health. Looks as if the spine crawler is going to try and run away, but it's not going to make it back in time. This is absolutely sad to watch, but here go the drones. They are poking away. They're going to take out this spine crawler before it actually gets to burrow. He is trying to get down as fast as it can, but bam, there you go, and the spine crawler is gone. And now we're left over with one spine crawler inside the main of Combust, poking away at that hatchery, of course. Combust with no mining ability and nothing to make. This is pretty much done deal now. He's actually lost the game, because his spine crawler will be able to finish everything off. You can't actually rely on the broodlings when this spine crawler is actually at full health. So that is actually going to be the end of it pretty quickly here for Combust. Unfortunately, taking a risk building that spine crawler and actually doing a great job of cleaning up the base of DocHoliday, but unfortunately not actually counting on the fact that there would be that counteracting spine crawler built inside his own main. So we've had a spine crawler trade, we've had a trade of drones and all sorts of units going down here, and there go the broodlings. They are going to get out and do a little bit of damage here to that spine crawler. It is not going to survive. There they go. They have the spine crawler survive for the moment, but down goes the larvae that are actually left over as well. The spine crawler now moving into position to take care of that spawning pool as well. The big advantage of having those drones here is that they'll draw the fire of the broodlings before the spine crawler, so that's actually a pretty good sort of position there. But of course the game is already over, and I am pretty sure that Combust will be aware of this, but the spine crawler is going to take that down. Let's get a little bit of a close-up view. Where's that button? There it is. There you go. It's the last moments of the game. Strangest game it certainly is. A little bit of a crazy Zerg versus Zerg, but there is the well played. I think we'll get the GG in just a second from Combust, but that is the end of that spawning pool, and it will go down right about now. There it goes. Broodlings coming out, trying to do what they can to that spine crawler, but once again, nothing to actually save the day here for Combust, and that will be that. So that was a pretty quick game, but a very fun little trade there between these two players, and there is a GG. Nice stuff there from both players. The great counteract spine crawler up at the base of DocHoliday, but then DocHoliday actually doing a great job with his own drones, pulling back some long distance mining, being able to build this spine crawler. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little game. We will see a few more games. Got a nice couple coming up from some pro Koreans very soon, so stay tuned. Cheers.